You can make things happen for yourself with the right ideology, with the right mindset, ensuring that that is the right thing you are supposed to do, but also keeping a very free and open mind. The things that are yours will come your way. The things that will happen for you will happen for you. But you need to do the work and stay positive. Let me first of all appreciate the team, Trendupp. Thank you so much for putting this together. And I want to appreciate you guys too for coming. I know some are coming from the island, some from the mainland. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you more than that for also loving my work, and for seeing me. I'm never used to the fact that, people appreciate what I do. In a world where, there's so much chaos, so much hate, so much wickedness, people see the work that you do, love and appreciate it. And for me, it's not just the comments that I get in the comment section, it's the DMs that I get. I don't get to respond to everything, but I tell my fellow content creators or my fellow people in the space that, I have the best DMs. Some people randomly enter my DM and say, Jay, you've just been dropping content back to back this week. I hope you are mentally all right. I hope you are okay. People send me prayer. I'm telling you, they never sent me money yet. Yes. Very soon, because I've already heard their lawyers, chefs, gospel artists. What? Bankers. We talk. I'm not the one, you will not snap picture with me, I will snap picture with you. So it's amazing to see people love your work. For me, I don't see you guys, or the people that follow me, I know it's a lot of people across the different social media platforms. I don't see you guys as fans. I really don't, I know it feels, and I'm not trying to form humility. If you know me, I'm not trying to form humility. I really don't see you guys as fans. I see you as extensions, as family members. Because even when I meet people outside, I remember when I started my Finish Man series, you will hear guys, because that's when my male audience started growing more. You hear men say, my girlfriend said, this man, you're causing trouble. My girlfriend sent me this video. She said I should do this. She said I should do that. And for me, that is just exciting, to be able to relate, to be able to be part of your life. You understand? To be able to, that. I remember last week I did the content on social media managers. And it went viral. People were posting it because you have a lot of young people that are social media managers, and that you're in the office, you are begging people, please dance this TikTok, please do this. And people could relate to that. So I got so many DMs, people saying that, Jay, thank you for seeing us. You understand? Thank you for seeing us and for appreciating us. So again, thank you so much. They said I should give a power talk. That sounds very serious. I should come, and as they're giving me a mic, I should preach, And if you are a fan of my work, you've been there from the beginning, you really know how I started. I'm not extraordinary. And I don't mean that to put myself down. I don't think anybody is, wow. There are sometimes you don't meet people, you see the work that they do, and you're just like, this person must be extraordinary. This person must be from heaven. I like the fact that a lot of my progress is online. If you are a fan, you saw when I started with my blue wall in one corner, and then the video quality get as it be that year, but people still laughed. You knew when I moved into my apartment, and now people are following me on a journey as I'm going into a bigger space. I mean, have you seen it? I'm moving into my mansion. So I hope you brought gifts. Don't come and say, Jay, come and snap picture. It's outside of you. Thank you. You microwave the AC. Gospel like you are the look at. You na car I need for this house. But anyway, so basically what I'm saying is that you've really seen the journey. And I think that my journey should inspire you to realize that with time, with consistency, and with putting in the work, you can make things happen for yourself. For some people, it's going to take longer. For some other people, it's going to take shorter. But if you put in the work, your dreams can come true. I didn't think I was going to be making content on social media. I read mass communication in school. So what I thought for myself was that I'm just going to become a radio presenter. I'm still a radio presenter at the moment, but from there, read news on television, you know, and that was going to be my life. Wear suits and be serious. So even when people meet me outside and they see me walking normally and talking normally and behaving normally, they're always like, are you faking this thing? Because they expect me when they see me outside, I'll be just shouting, I'll just be dancing. I can be shy. I'm not an extrovert per se. I'm in the middle. I have my extroverted moments and I have my very introverted moments, you know? So I did not really think that this was what I was going to be doing now. But this is where I am. And this happened because, you know, things were not working in my life. Things were not making sense. Because I remember when I did radio for a while in Ondo State, I did radio in Benin City, Edo State, and I was already gaining momentum. And then I came to Lagos and I thought that, you know, in 1 or 2 or 3 weeks, I'll get a job. Me, Rachel, I know see work. Because I felt I was, you know when you feel like you are so good? I felt like I was so good, I was fantastic at my job. There was no way I wouldn't, it was going to be easy for me. Lagos on its own is a different place entirely. You know, there are people that are greater than you, but there are also people that are not as great as you, but we still get those opportunities. And that's just how it is. And that realization made me sad. And I'm going to repeat something I said somewhere, I spoke somewhere some weeks ago. And I think it hits me harder than it will hit a normal person because I was used to always being on top. I was used to winning. I was used to being, you know, the smartest guy in the room. I was used to being teacher's pet. I was used to, you know, I was used to just excelling. So when I left university and I was not excelling, it seemed unusual. Even in NYSC, when people were getting teaching jobs, I got a radio job. As a corps member, I became popular in Benin City as a copper. To the extent that people that were in that radio station that had jobs before me started looking at me somehow. They said, it's true. Because imagine you turn on the mic, you know how they used to say, if you know radio stations, they don't just allow anybody near mic. Why are you going near the mic? You are an intern, a copper, go and buy amala. But I remember the first time I was a guest on a show, I spoke so well, the head of station came and said, we need to have you on a show. And I became somebody's co-host. And from being a co-host, I had my show in less than 1 year of being a copper. You are clapping now, that's exciting. So imagine if that is you, I felt like a superstar. So I was like, if I come to Lagos, this is just going to be a continuation. Hot cake, my sister. My cake, I don't even be cake. And so that is how I got into content creation. I did not even get into content creation to be speaking in front of you now, or to work with brands, or to make people laugh. I stumbled on it. Because I was so depressed. I didn't know anything about therapy. I didn't know anything about all these, speak to people, your mental, you know now, well, mental health, nobody was talking about mental nothing at the time, you know? And so I just knew that I had to make myself happy. If not, I would just enter a sad place. And I just started making funny videos for myself. In fact, the first couple of months, I was making it for myself. I wasn't posting it. I would just, you know when you wake up in the morning, you don't have work, you are bored. Before they turn you to key holder, I would say I'm making content in my room. And I just started making lip-syncing sounds. And I gave myself a challenge. How many sounds can I lip-sync in like an hour? And I'll be lip-syncing like just doing sounds. And I remember posting the first one. And people liked it. Posting and posting and posting. And people actually find me funny. I found myself funny. But you know, it's one thing to find yourself. Have you been with your friend that wants to tell you a joke? They tell you the joke and they start laughing. They start laughing. When the joke lands. You're like, where is the joke in this? Exactly. So I didn't want to feel like I was funny. And I put it outside and I'm not, even till today, there are some people that don't find me funny, which is great. You understand? Not everybody should like you. That's a conversation for another day. But from then, I just started putting out my content and it became a thing. Celebrities started following me. I started building an audience. People said I can relate to you. It just turned my life around. And doing social media made me so popular that radio stations started reaching out to me. That is how I now got the radio job I was looking for. So if you are here and you are like, I'm an OAP, I'm a presenter, I want to get a job, it has even become more difficult now. So you need to put yourself out there. People need to see you. I know you're saying everybody do podcasts, everybody do YouTube. You can be, no, see, you can be a YouTuber on your iPhone 7. You can be a YouTuber on your iPhone 7. Do you know that there's this popular American show that I watch? It's called, in Nigeria, we have the version called Your View, where they have those women on TVC. The American version is The View. One of the hosts on The View used to host a late night talk show. And that is how the owner saw her. She was watching TV in the midnight. Who watches TV in the midnight? You know, once they put you in midnight as OAP or presenter, that means you're not too good. Your English gets as it be. So they just put you there. And that's how the owner was watching. I said, this lady is really great. Invited her for an interview. She became a host of one of the biggest shows in America. Just like that. Now imagine they give you a night show and you feel like you're so good and you're like, I can't do night show. I know sometimes night show, they can say they're not paying you. Only your transport fare. You're like, I can't do that one. No. That may be the thing you need to take you to the next level. That is how I got my radio job from Tangele. And it wasn't that somebody saw me and said, you sound great. It was a friend, this person, we follow each other. The person randomly saw me, because you know sometimes, this is why I post content, and I know I'm jumping from place to place. I hope that you're able to pick one or two things. This is why I post content a lot. If you are a brand and you see my video, you're like, oh, you are very funny. I like you. We should use it for a campaign. You may forget. If I keep posting my video, you see my video on Wednesday, you see my video on Thursday, I remain back of mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you cannot say you want to be a content creator, just say, the aesthetics is not, my dress for this, And you're posting once a month. Number one, you are not even ready. You'll be showing your mommy your video. You are not even ready. Just what I'm trying to say. So for me, I think what has brought me to this point is nothing magical. I don't like people to think that content creators or people that are successful are the most magical people. We just work hard. Your faves, they work so hard, especially this season. People work, and I know that when you hear things like work hard, in primary school they tell you work hard. In secondary school they tell you work hard. What I say, they say work hard, be determined, be passionate. What do they say? Follow your dreams, be consistent. So it almost feels like everybody says the same thing, but that same thing people are saying. If you only pick work hard and say, I'm not going to be diligent and the others so, but this work hard, let me stay on this work hard, you will see the difference in 3 months. It's just that a lot of the things that people say, they don't want to talk this thing too much. I've heard work hard, work hard, work hard. You don't really do it. Think about it. You've heard consistent, be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. Have you truly been consistent? People only hear things, people don't do things. In fact, when I started as a content creator, I wasn't as consistent until like some 3 or 4 years ago. I remember I was in church and I was just like, what is the next stage? Because I was popular without money. Yes, I was popular without money. People knew me. Barbie like Beyonce inside Molue. I remember one of my friends, he said he was in a cab and then he saw our bus broke down. How many, has that happened to you before? Once it go, they've collected the money. I know once conductor has collected the money, you can't see it again. They have to put you inside bus. We could not find bus. At this time, I was already JAYONAIR. My sister really. The bus broke down. I was by the road. My friend inside cab saw me, but he couldn't stop to pick me up. That's how I was in my cab, doing like this. I remember those moments, and I'm just like that. I was popular, but I was broke. So when I was crossing over into the new year, I forgot in particular year, I said, God, what has to change? Because people know me, but my account balance is not. My sister, it's not balancing. And so the word that I got that year was that just be consistent. Just give yourself KPIs. Imagine you work a 9 to 5, How can you work a 9 to 5 and say, oh, I'm coming on Monday, but I'm not so sure I'll be here on Tuesday. I can't really deliver on Wednesday. I need to rest. Will you get salary? My sister, for you to be that flexible, right now, if I don't post in a week, my follower count will stay. When you are an up and coming, you don't post in a week. The people that followed you by mistake, they say, "Hey, you're serious." They won't follow you. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So there has to be, the enjoyment you want will come when you have achieved a certain level of notoriety. When you don't have it, this is not the time. This is not the time to be resting. And when people say I love it. Mental health is important. Resting is important. I always talk about health is what is important. But as a young person, this is the time you have to work. Is it when you are 40, you want to start? And I'm not saying you cannot start creating your content. There are people that are doing that on TikTok and all of that, and that are cashing out now. But now you have age on your side. What are you doing with the time? What are you doing with the time? Are you just chilling? So when people tell me, oh, my team is like, oh, Jay, I remember when I was ill and I woke up the next day and I told my creative director, there's this idea I have, let's shoot it. That's how I work. So I'm not going to say, oh, I'm so sick. Oh. If I feel my creative juice is working, I shoot. And then I rest after. Because at the end of the time, nobody is going to take care of you. We all have bills to take care of. We all have our family members. You know, now that I have achieved this level of success and I have not even reached where I am, the things I'm able, let this be your inspiration, the things you'll be able to do for your family. There is nothing right now that my mother needs that I cannot provide for her. Nothing. Think about it. Nothing. And that is like the most important person to me. I remember my dad calling me, well, it calls every beginning of every month, to pray. You know those in Yoruba, not English. If you are Igbo here, can I see your hands? If you are Yoruba here, can I see your hands? If you are Edo here, Efik. You know when they pray for you, traditional prayer? You know those kind of prayer? And I'm the last of 8 children. And as the last child, to be able to do the things that I'm able to do for my family, for my parents, like it's getting me emotional because I remember when it was not in my mind that this would be able to happen for me. Do you understand? So you need to give yourself, that is one of the things that fuels me to say, this is why I want to do more. This is what I want to do better. Do you understand? My parents did not fly me out of the country. They never did. I remember my parents, I didn't remember, I wasn't even born then. Because my first brother is in his 50s. My dad would take them to the airport, to the UK or to the US. When he reached my turn, everybody come poor. Imagine you're in a family where they are telling you, the lower gon, tell them. For my Igbo people, that means, we used to have money. But as they born you like this, the money just, So I already knew that if I want to do, I remember when I finished university, and I told my dad, master's abroad. He said, I've done the one that I can. If you want to do master's, you will chase it. So I already knew that it was me and myself alone. When I got on a plane for the first time, I paid for it. And that wasn't out of the country. That was just an Abuja deal. Because before our boss, they go. When I took myself out of the country for the first time, I did it for myself. In fact, after I did that, the other few times, every single time I've traveled this year was paid for by brands. Every single time. I didn't spend money for a trip out of the country this year. In fact, to Abuja itself, I was invited by a brand there. They paid for it. I'm telling you, this is like, now, wow, Jay, they flex. So. But I'm showing you the stark difference between where I started from and where I am now. And I'm not even one of the biggest content creators in Nigeria. Imagine what the biggest people are doing. My dear, big things. Am I making sense to you? So let that be a boost to push you, whether you're a content creator, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a banker, whatever it is that you want to do, let that push you to put your energy, as long as you know that that is what you are supposed to do. Put your all into it. Work like there is no tomorrow. Do you understand? And while you are working like there's no tomorrow, respect the people around you. I respect everybody around me. I love everybody around me. Don't compare your journey to another person's journey. I remember recently comparing myself to someone, and then I caught myself. Let me tell you what happened. I won't mention the person's name. But I was comparing myself, like, why is this person is gaining more momentum this year? Last year I was bigger than this person. How come you're bigger than me this year? And I'm still working hard. And then I remember that this person had hit 100K followers 2 years before I hit it. The way I blew up, I passed the person, and I hit 200K followers, while the person was still 100K. But as God will have it, the person has started rising again. So God now told me, how do you think this person felt when you surpassed them? How do you think they felt? Now they are doing well. You forgot where you're coming from. Right? You forgot that there was a time where there was a time where you beat everybody, that you were the talk of the town. So relax. You cannot thrive when there is negativity in your mind and your heart. You can't. Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a traditional worshiper, Ifa, what are the others? Oshongo, everything. Amadioha. Right? You cannot thrive when there is so much hate or negativity in your heart. It makes no sense. Why are you comparing yourself to other people? What does it do for you? What does it do for you? It does nothing. Your comparison will not change their success. And your comparison will not even change your success. Your comparison will only make you sad. The hours you are supposed to spend working on your craft, you are spending it thinking about this. You know that sometimes you go online, you are just feeling as, what's this one posting self? It's not even that funny. You know, actually, the comment section, everybody's laughing, it's paining you. You just they still laughing, say, you now show your friend. You know, you always have that friend that loves to hate with you. You say, is it me? This content is not really like that. Your friend will say, man, I don't like it too. It's okay now. Now only you and your hate, they go. What does that do for you? It does nothing for you. So when I started comparing myself with people, do you know what I started doing? I took a conscious effort. I started commenting under their posts. Amazing. Congratulations. My sister going to laugh too. But I try to leave meaningful comments. Do you understand? I leave meaningful comments on other people's posts. So if you buy a car, congratulations. You deserve it. Do you understand? Somebody traveled this place. Oh my God. My sister, welcome back. The universe and God sees that you are happy for people. So be genuinely happy for people while you are on your journey. Because what happens is that when you start hitting those things, people will also be happy for you. Yeah. I cannot imagine all those celebrities that they're doing so many things and they're just getting a lot of hate. Imagine you're celebrating your birthday, you've posted your picture. You expect the comment section to be filled with love. And then the comment section, now wow, which kind of picture be this one? You say it's not, and Nigerians can be so rude. They say now wow, which kind of picture be this? Why your leg be like this? They don't come on your hips. You know the comments people leave. Imagine that is you. So if you are a troll here, I'm using it to call you out. Stop trolling people. Because exactly, if you don't like it, scroll. Even my friends, there are content that they post that I don't feel, that I don't like, that doesn't go with my beliefs. I scroll. The next content that you post that I like, I comment on it. Life is not hard. But you are keeping a lot of negativity, a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy. What does it do for you? And you just have 200 followers. Am I dragging somebody here? Is the thing touching you? Now I hit you, Abby. Sorry. But you get my point. It does nothing for you. The reason I'm saying so many things at the same time is just to make you realize that you can make things happen for yourself with the right ideology, with the right mindset, ensuring that that is the right thing you are supposed to do, but also keeping a very free and open mind. The things that are yours will come your way. The things that will happen for you will happen for you. But you need to do the work and stay positive and don't allow negativity. Am I making sense? Don't allow negativity anywhere. Be happy for people. People are thriving. I'm happy for you. People are this. I celebrate you. Be happy for them. Another thing I want to touch on is one of the biggest mistakes people make as content creators is that they think that they have to have everything all figured out before they start. I'm going to start in 2025. I have my ring lights now. Once my daddy changes my phone, I'm saving to buy a phone. Once I change this phone, or once I buy this my wig, you can be. Who is a fashion content creator here? Who does fashion or lifestyle here? Anybody? You do fashion? I can already tell. I knew you were going to raise up your hand. It's part of your aesthetics. Anybody else that does fashion and lifestyle content here? She's the only one. Okay, lifestyle. Do you know you can be a fashion content creator? You know that's one of the hardest spaces. It's expensive stuff. It's expensive. And you now look at this, my good friend, what's her name? This thing called fashion. Imagine you're on this, you know this thing called fashion. Her name is not here. You're on her page. Just see the content. So now, wow. Which day I go reach? How many of you do food content here? You see Chef T's. You see Chef T's new kitchen. You say? You say, which day I won't get this pantry? After you just watch a video, you now look at your kitchen like this. This place black, this place blue. But here is the point. If you go back to, let's come together. If you go back to how they started, they started from somewhere too. And do you know what is intriguing about social media places like TikTok? On places like TikTok, people also like to see originality. So imagine saying, I'm a fashion girly, I'm a fashion content creator, but watch me spend 5K putting this outfit together. Make a video of yourself going to Yaba, shopping for the things. And now saying things like, guys, trust the process, trust the process. That video will go viral on TikTok. I'm telling you. Because people will be like, it's amazing to see how you're able to look good with 5K. People want to see. Imagine you are making a video while you are pricing in the market. Organ 25, no, 1K. You make it as part of your lifestyle content and you post it. And then I say, guys, wait for the final look in my next post. You post the final look. People are already eager to see the final look. You understand? You are a food person. You say, guys, I want to make this particular soup with 5K. Go to the market. Start shopping. Show them the experience of you doing that. Do you understand? I say, this is my okra soup or whatever other soup on a budget. You are building a community. First of all, what happens there is that they feel like they can relate to you. Do you understand? They feel like, I understand this. And I think that's one thing I have. People can relate to me because they saw me when I started and they are seeing me now. It's not as if I just came from Banana Island and started posting videos. Do you understand? So start from where you are. And you'll be surprised at how amazing things can work out for you. And as I wrap up this power talk, I'm just going to say I've said so many things. You may not necessarily take everything I've said, but I'm sure that there are one or two things that you have picked. You understand? For whatever kind of content or whatever career that you have. My last word would be, keep doing it. Be consistent. Don't compare yourself. Be happy for people. Know your space. Thrive in your space. Keep putting in the work. Don't wait for things to be perfect before you start. Right? Don't always look for collaborations with the biggest people. As you are here now, this is a space of content creators, right? Collect somebody's handle. Connect with each other. See how you can make collaborative content together and come up together. Because it will, let me not even lie to you, it is going to be hard for you to make content with already established content creators. I'm not saying it will not happen. It can, but it's going to be hard. But imagine you grow with the people that are already on your space, and you guys grow together. That journey is sweet. Especially when you start seeing the results. Some people just say, if I can just meet this one that has 5 million, when you won't see him. When you won't see him. You want to stalk him, when you won't see him. So if you can just connect with the people on your level and grow together, you'll be amazed at how much you can do. With these few words of mine, and don't be a troll. That's very important. With these few words of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that next year is your year.
So I had 3 questions, but I think you've already answered one of them.
Okay.
So the next 2, right, we've been talking about loving what you do. I love content creation. I've been doing it on TikTok for about a year now, but prior to that, I was doing it in 2020 on YouTube, but I had to stop because of school. So now I've got to a stage that brands are reaching out to me. But my question is, how do you know what to charge? The price? Like sometimes you give brands a price and immediately they are on it, they want to pay. And that tells me that your budget was more than this. And sometimes, right, it's like you tell a brand your rate and they just ghost you. So how do you know what to charge? To the point where you're not treating yourself and you're not doing too much, like you're not asking for too much. Then my second question is, how do you know? Because a lot of content creators will be like, oh, when you're starting out, you're going to do a lot of things free for brands. Like you do a lot of free promotions. So how do you know the points where you're like, okay, I'm not doing free promotions anymore. Like, bring your money. So how do you know when you've gotten to that stage where you can actually say this, that you're not doing too much?
All right, let's start with the free promotion part. I didn't really do free work.
That's the question.
All glory to God. You know, but for the free work, yes, there may be times where you have to do some things for free, right? There may be times where you need to do some things for free, but it gets to a point where you know that the product that is being sent does nothing for you. Let's say you are collecting a lot of skincare. How many you want to keep? But there are certain, imagine if Fancy sends you. You know there's a difference. So. You understand what I'm trying to say? If Fenty sends you, you can even return their money. And say, I don't need your money, Rihanna. Let me help you to do it. There's a difference. But there are certain brands that, so you have to trust your inner sense. Another thing is that if you're feeling too much under pressure to do work, a job for a brand, maybe you shouldn't be doing it. There are certain brands that want you to do work for free, but will put so much pressure on you like they are paying you so much money. Once it's getting to that stage, because what you people are doing now is collaboration. Do you understand? So they are winning, you are winning. In fact, they may win more. Because if, perchance, your video goes viral, you didn't collect money. Who wins? They won. So they should not put pressure on you. But this also means that you should know how you talk. You need to know how to respond to emails. It's a way you can insult somebody, but you insult the person in a very exactly. I'm not so sure I'll be able to move forward with this, but I wish you success on the campaign. Because they can still come back next year. By the time you call them bastard, how will they come back? You understand? You never know who you want to come back. So you have to be easy on. But one thing I know, that I remember a big brand reaching out. Number one, I knew there was a problem because they were pricing me too much. You are a very renowned brand. I collected the job. The pressure is coming too much. This is my assistant here. Once the work is too much, what do? We return your money. So thank you so much. We wish you success on the campaign. I will not go hungry. I don't live my life based on fear. You know, don't live your life. You've seen this. Hey, they've sent 100K. You don't spend any money. So you're like, hey, don't live your life like that. Because if you are living your life based on money, I need to say this. You cannot live your life so much. Money is important. We are the poverty capital of the world. They've said everything about Nigeria. But that is why they take advantage of a lot of us. Because they know that we are so money-centered. They've sent you one small money. Your heart is already beating fast. Relax. Do you understand? When a brand is already putting too much pressure, maybe you should not be doing that work. As regards charging, my question to you is that, do you have content creator friends? Okay. They are bigger than you, but they are your friends. Acquaintances. Have those kind of conversations with them. You can. You can. I know you are trying to say that there are certain people, there are certain brown, but I can. In fact, when I saw your face, you look like a very I don't want to be insulted kind of. That's the kind of person you are. Am I right? Yeah. So that is why you're like, I don't want to ask you a question where you go and insult my papa. Say what you do you're doing. But at the same time, when I said you have to be shameless to an extent to thrive in this business, sometimes your ego, you have to, when that Brahma said, match am, you have to match your ego. Because you yourself, you know what you're trying to get. Let people feel like superstars. They will feel like they're the biggest people in the world. When I first started, I was asking questions. For example, if you come and talk to me about pricing my market, we cannot charge the same thing, obviously. Do you understand? But you must know where you're starting from. But these are the things that you need to consider. Are you going to be shooting outdoor? Are you going to be shooting indoor? Are you spending money on fuel? Are you transporting yourself anywhere? The outfit you are wearing, your energy that you are spending. So when you are making costs, those are the things that need to come in. So even if you are not charging for your energy, if you are spending money on fuel, you need to add that. If you are spending money on the hair you are going to wear, you need to add that. If you're spending your editing hours, if you're going to send a video to an editor, do you know how much you're going to pay? I'm sure you edit your videos yourself, right? So those are things you need to consider. So knowing the balance, we have to, that's why I said making friends with people so you know what is generally charged. Do you understand? So if you have people on your level, so from here, make a conscious effort to find people in your niche, right, that are around your number of followers, doing things that are similar to what you're doing. Follow them, start sending them comments, and become friends with them. So that to an extent, you know you guys can have conversations about money. Some of them will not be as honest, but you will meet some people that will be honest with you. That is how you know what general market is charging. Do you know you can be charging 1 million, and you think you are charging the most, and you find that people on your level are charging 3 million? Yeah. Yeah. Or there's another criminal method that I use. Should I remove the mic to say it? Off camera. I'll keep the mic. You can be an agency and ask for a rate card. Do you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be friends with people, you can send emails. People have their emails in their Instagram, right? So you send them, we're reaching out for this agency. Can we get your rate card? Some may send you,
So that's what you call industry analysis, industry research.
So because they think exactly you are a media agency, you are asking for a rate card. They will send you the rate card. Abby, so you know what people are charging. Like 5 people in your area, you know what they are charging, so you know what to charge next. Let me shut up from there.
Awesome. Put hands together for Jay. Please don't. I always love when the money part of questions come out so that we can also understand the business. Yeah. And who is number 3? Okay, number next.
Hi Jay, it's really nice to meet you. So the question is, how do you deal with your followers dropping? Like it keeps dropping and you are posting every time. Do you feel discouraged, like you want to stop or something? And you see some other people that they're not even having, they don't have up to your followers, but their posts are really doing well. And you think you are doing the same thing, the hashtags, the sounds and everything. What do you think? What do you do in
What
situations
app
like
does
that?
that happen to you on?
Instagram.
On Instagram?
Yes.
That is a sign to start exploring other apps. Ask yourself this question. If Instagram goes off today, what's going to happen? Which is why actually in 2025, I'm pushing you. If you're going to check my YouTube, I have over 10,000 followers. Alright, and I don't really post there. So next year, me and YouTube, we go gather day. I say, welcome guys to my YouTube channel. Because as a how can you be a content creator and only TikTok you do? What if TikTok closes? So that is a sign the algorithm on Instagram. Do you remember when today not even posted that his follower count was dropping? Kiki was everybody's follower count. In fact, there was a time when I passed 400K, I'd already done celebration video.
Hey God.
After I got to 300, I said, Kilo, what's happening here? So it's a sign to explore other social media apps. Do you understand? Start building that, but also find the time to post. What times do you post?
I post around 5:20.
In the evening. That's a good time, but people are still closing. People are still in traffic, right? Consider 6 p.m., consider 7 p.m. Do you understand? And then also tell your friends to post in their story. That's what I'm saying, you have to be shameless. Now I don't need to tell my friends to post. When I started, I would send to my bigger people to post for me. Do you understand? So don't be shy, tell your people to post for you in their stories, tell them to leave comments. That's what I'm, imagine, as you people are 30 here now, right? Imagine everybody collects everybody's social media handle here. And then when you people open a group, this is your suggestion. When you post, like the post, just say, oh, you are the most beautiful angel in my life, and post in the story. And you do it for each, everybody does it. What you are doing is that you are expanding your net. So that's something you should consider doing before you leave here today.
I love the way Jay does dropping wisdom, you understand? You guys will pay after this, so you pay Jay after this. So. Yeah, awesome. And I actually realized that something that he said was something similar to Chef T when she came, which was at the beginning, telling people to actually help you to, push it, engage, put on their stories. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Jay. We have 2 more or 3 more people. Okay, all right.
Good afternoon.
Hi,
It's nice
good
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, so I have 2 questions.
Okay.
Is it too safe?
She said, is it too safe?
Wait, okay. So there's one thing you said that starts anyhow, that you don't have to wait for the aesthetics and stuff. But I realize that this our generation, they like aesthetics.
Mm-hmm.
If I should post a video and my kitchen is looking somehow, they will forget what I'm doing. Is that wall that they will focus on and be saying, I don't want to trend for.
Let her finish. Go on.
So is that wall they will be talking about, not what I am doing. I don't want to trend for my wall. I want to trend for what I am doing. That's one. And number 2, apart from recreating videos that you always do, which I love, how do you come up with all these that your presenter thing? How do you come up with it? Like for me now, I have a YouTube channel, and often and I work 9 to 5. Even at work, I'm thinking, what should I do? What should I do? What can I do? But it's not just coming to just block. I don't know how do you guys do it. That you are very, very active.
So number 1, stop doing that to your brain. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do you understand? You're already putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Don't do that. What I personally do, I consume content. So the way you are, whether you're small or you are big, on TV, I'm just watching you, I just allow my mind observe. So allow your mind, instead of doing like, what I do? Allow your mind observe. Enjoy content from everywhere. Enjoy American content. Enjoy Jamaican content. Enter Chinese social media. Enjoy their content. You'll be surprised that there are things they are doing on Chinese TikTok that you can find a way to transform to the Nigerian market. So consume. Now, there's a way you can consume and you start copying what they are doing. Do you understand? And you are stealing, and they can tell that you stole it. It's different. The characters I do exist everywhere. For example, my HR character is a character that I did one video for. But till tomorrow, I will always have content for my HR character. There's a video that I saw. Let me give you an example. The video that I saw, and the caption was, they wanted to do like a training session at work for people to ease themselves, like group bonding. And so they brought boxing gloves. I don't know who has seen that video. Boxing gloves, everybody was fighting each other with the boxing gloves. So the idea that came to my mind is that bringing it to Nigerian context, HR watching the video. And I said, She will not come to the office. So the beginning of that video will show the HR watching that will not come to the office. Everybody, there's this video we want to use to bond. She will not target that worker that she hates. Oh yeah, let's fight, and then fight and be the person. I consume that content, I got an idea from it. Do you understand? So consume content as opposed to stressing your mind. When you stress yourself, you will just enter a block. Do you understand? So as opposed to stressing yourself, just enjoy content. I also enjoy, are you on Twitter, X? Get on Twitter. There are things that are written down that you can act. Do you understand? For example, if you go to my Twitter, the bookmarks, there are so many ideas that if I go blank, I can go there to find ideas. You know, on Twitter, people tweet, people write. This, my generator guy, came to, okay, there's a lady that tweeted that she wanted a particular chair. The furniture guy came to her house and said, oh, I will make it for you. When he came, I brought another design. I said, Auntie, I like you. This one is finer than the one that is an idea already. It's in my bookmarks. So tomorrow you can see the video. I'm a furniture guy, bringing nonsense furniture for you. So there are so many ways you can get ideas. Be on every social media platform. Ideas, yakpa. Do you understand? Ideas are everywhere. So I consume a lot of written content. For me, if it's written, I can turn it into visual content. And you find a lot of people showing love on X, that my wife did this for me. I have my Finished Man series already. I can just take a Twitter idea, give them credit for it, you understand, and make it into a Finished Man content. Do you understand? So a lot of my content are not things that I've experienced though. They are other people's experiences. My dear. They are other people's experiences. So I don't know if that answered your second question. Your first question is about whether they will see the wall. I told you I started with my blue wall. But the sad thing about when I started and now is that people are more critical now than they are then. But what are you going to do? What's the next option? Do you want to break your wall? Do you want to maybe, I just rented a new house. I did like this. And this is me that has budget too. So what do you want to do? You cannot do anything. So you want to wait till you move. Or you want to wait till what? You break the wall. Do you understand? There's nothing that you can. There's this lady that was dropping content on TikTok about body odor or whatever. And she was saying roll on, but she can't pronounce the R properly. I don't know who saw that video. So she said roll on. People forgot what she was talking about. I said, now wow. The comment section. They said, now wow, you know if you speak English. She was literally educating people about body odor. Is it her fault she cannot pronounce the R? Do you understand? People are just, so should she now say, I'm going to, you know, for wall now, kitchen wall, you can even paint it or do something. For her own R, what did she want to do? So make sure you don't talk R again because they will, do you understand? When it comes to, that's what I'm saying, you must be shameless. People are going to see things you don't want them to see. Do you understand? I'm a content creator myself. There are times I make videos, the things that you least expect. Yeah, I remember, should I say this? I remember, it's nothing serious. I remember when we were making, I was on a particular guy's page. His content was amazing. But people were tagging me. I was wondering why. People were saying something. I didn't share this with my team. Like, maybe you should go and watch your next content too. You should be shaving your armpit if you want to wear harmless as a man. Do you understand? He was acting a female character, obviously has beards like me, but he didn't shave his armpits. So people were tagging him that when JAYONAIR does it, at least he shaves it. That's so embarrassing. Because I'm sure in his mind, he never thought that would be a thing. But people see things. At least armpits, you can still shave it. What are you going to do about your wall? So my sister, do your content and leave. People that will like it, will like it. People that don't like it, they'll be okay. Do you understand? And at the end of the day, sometimes you go viral for the things you least expect. Yes. You'll be surprised that you will now people now say, why are you trolling her? You get followers that want to support you. And start following your journey. Do you understand? If you are Christian, there's a part in the Bible that I think was David that when he was talking to Saul. The thing you meant for evil. Oh no, Joseph. Joseph talking to his brothers. What you meant for evil. So they meant it for evil. You go get 100K followers. With your wall, we don't break. Do you understand? So do it. There's nothing.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. So we have one more. Yeah.
Hi, Jay.
Hi.
It's so nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Okay, so I have I think 3 questions. So what happens when you don't actually go viral? Because you can't control virality. What happens when maybe you had several posts and none of it is going viral? What do you do?
What do you
That's
do? Okay, go on.
that's the first question. So I know you have almost 2,000 posts, and I'm glad you mentioned when you were speaking, you said some put in the work. It will take longer for some people. For some people, it might be a year before they blow up and all of that. So I know you started with them Chizoba videos, and it took a while before you got to this level. I wanted to ask, what was the thing that was motivating you to keep showing up, and which has now blossomed into what we see, what we admire, what we're inspired by today? So, and also, how did you settle on your niche? Did it just come to you that, oh, I want to be recreating, I just want to be spreading joy or just making funny videos? How did you settle on your niche?
Okay, I'm going
Thank
to start
you.
with settling on the niche. When you are starting out, do everything. Right?
Yeah.
If you notice now, I'm somewhat posting some fashion pictures. Because I genuinely like fashion. So when I go for movie premieres, I try to look my best and I take pictures. Do you understand? I'm trying to give you people a sign that is a space that I am really looking at fashion as well. You understand? I'm doing it one-one. When I first posted one of my fashion videos, it didn't really, no, they were like, what's happening here? Where is your wig? Will you get out of my sight? But now, people are like, oh, Jay, you look so good. So when you are starting out, don't be doing my niche. Niche, call. Do everything. Do you understand? The one that will gel, but you have to do everything. So that's how I came up with my niche. If you notice, I said, when I started singing at the end of my videos, by mistake. When I started recreating videos, by mistake. Everything, when I did it, it made sense to people. And I said, okay. And I continue doing it. So when it comes to creativity, just do everything. If it will make sense, it makes sense. If they're not going to like it, you will know. The second question was, what if you don't go viral? What will you do? You want to go and sell Instagram? There are some content creators that never really go viral. I'm going to mention her, but it's not that she never really goes viral, but not as much. Fashion people don't go viral as much as people that make funny content. But when fashion people call their community for an event, they show up. Fashion people, their follower count is within that. I'm talking about the biggest people though. You can hardly find a fashion in Nigeria here that is 1 million. Generally, the biggest person, who is the biggest person in fashion? There is Akin Famino. There's, is even a designer. We have this thing called fashion. Who else is there in fashion? Well, Tiana, she's a fashion. I'm not talking about like fashion designers. I'm talking about like content influencers. So my point is that you hardly have them have like 1 million followers, but their community is strong. When Akinfaminu wears a suit and people like it, as a brand, people are going to buy it. You will see it. When some of the people that have 5 million wear the same suits, because you know the way you wear suits, you don't have the courage for it. Yeah. So I don't see it on my body, so I'm like, next. When a fashion person wears a wig, and it looks good, do you know that people often ask me that for my female characters, there are sometimes I dress my female characters to look good. It's not every time I want them to look like mad people. Maybe HR or that other journalist lady. There are sometimes you check my comment space, you see some ladies, Jay, you even have clothes more than me. Or Jay, this outfit, this combination is nice. So this wig is, Jay, your wig don't change, Joe. If I tag the wig vendor, people go there and buy. So the reason when I make a character try to look good is because I want you to actually know that I go and buy. Do you get my point? So it's not necessarily about virality. Fashion people, a lot of them don't go viral, but they have a strong community. Don't think about virality, think about community. Yeah. If you have 10K, and that 10K people are strong, think about all the people that have gone viral. Think about people that have gone viral. I'm not going to mention anybody's name. You know, it's just one thing you do. You can be viral. I'll mention this guy. LUP, 1, LUP during election period. It became a thing. People put him in skits. After that, what happened? It went very, very viral. Do you understand? So don't think about viral moments, because if you go, let me tell you something. If you have one viral video, when you want to post your next video, you'll be afraid. Because you'll be like, hey, will they like it? Hey. So why don't you concentrate on community as opposed to virality? If virality happens, all glory be to God. But if it doesn't happen, concentrate on community. You understand? What was your first question?
My third question. You have a lot of posts. So what do you do when you are consistent, you are showing up, but the results, like follower counts, all of that is not happening? What did you do to stay motivated to still keep showing up?
What did I do to stay motivated and to still keep showing up? Okay. For me, my TikTok was growing while my Instagram wasn't growing. Do you understand? I was big on TikTok to an extent, but on Instagram, the 4K just did it. My sister, they laugh myself. Do you understand? But I kept on posting my content on TikTok and Instagram. Somehow the algorithm just makes things work out for you, which is why I said something. You have to do something different. Don't just say, oh, Jay said be hardworking, be consistent, so you just be hardworking and consistent. You have to find, be posting rubbish. You have to find ways. Have a community, let people repost your videos for you. Let people leave comments under your comment section. But also make sure you are leaving comments. As a content creator, you love JAYONAIR's content. Do you leave comment under my post? You don't. You only Jay, I love you. But you don't comment under my post. You never know. Sometimes, do you know that? If you know me, you know that I'm a very spontaneous person. There was a time I said something. If you're a content creator on my DM, I want to post in my story. I did it for a couple of people. And the people that got priority were the people that I used to see in my comment section. There's no way I'm trying to have an event or I'm trying to do something. When I see you in my you know, there's some that just, I don't answer them. I remember a lady that's always in my DM. My finished man. So handsome. Oh, have you gone to the gym today? I said at DM one day, I said, send me your account number. She was surprised. Because that's all. She stayed consistent.
Noted.
He said noted. So if you want, my basic point is that if you want love, make sure you give love. So make sure you're showing love. Because sometimes also, when you also be crafty with your comments on other people's posts, don't just come and say, oh, Jay is funny, laugh out loud. If you find one of my videos funny, leave an interesting comment or tell a story. This HR character that Jay just reminds me of where I worked before, yada, 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 yada. You might get 1,000 likes on that post. You might get comments. People can now follow you. Say, oh, you are so funny. There are ways, though. Do you understand? Don't just stay in one corner and think that you are Queen Elizabeth. You have to do so many things. Do you get my point? Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome.
That was very good. I think there are a couple of quotes from today. Punchlines. That's what it was. That's what he said about if you want love.
Show love.
Now they listen. They're all about virality.
Community over variety.
Community over virality. Again, community over
Variety.
Yeah, we have two more. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. Give this time, please. All right, go ahead, please.
Okay. Good afternoon, Jay.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence here. So my question is, you create a lot of female characters. I just want to, and like you imitate them so well. I mean, when you started, it's not like you're an actor or anything, but like now, I can actually call you an actor because you act them so well. So like, how do you get into those female characters? Like, you even do it more than, like you do it well than even people that were even females. So like, how do you get into the character? How do you do it so well?
Like I said, our job is a shameless work. As a man now, number one, as you're going to wear a wig, you're going to feel somehow. Yes. I remember Mama Diola, Mama Diola? Yes. When he started, it wasn't wearing that outfit. If you are a fan, Amadiola didn't start. It wasn't, you know, it was just dressed normally, it was just the conversation. He said something to me. He said, he spoke to, I think, Fuga Kidele, and she told him that to take this, your content to another level, you need to wear, people need to really see their mothers. Oh. And then it was like, Nigerians, before they start dragging me, they want that wahala. He came across my content and saw how comfortable I was wearing so many different female characters. I said, want to drag, boy. And he started doing it. I didn't know that I inspired somebody to start doing that. But he told me that thank you that you did that. I'm comfortable in the person that I am. Do you understand? For me, I love my work. I love what I do. And I'm not concerned about trolls or whatever. If I'm going to act something, I'm going to act it well. What is the point of saying you want to be Sharon Oja and you're not getting the essence of Sharon Oja? You just put the Sharon Oja hair, the hair. What's the point of it? For me, I'm watching the video to notice how she smiles. I'm watching to see how she does her hand. And I'm trying to recreate it. In fact, I think that people that can do that, especially if you're a man doing that, you're a very intelligent person. Because it's difficult to do. You are paying attention to, because look at that. Am I Sharon Oja? Am I smiling like her? Am I doing, I'm not doing any of those things. Am I Moabudu? I'm not. But the point is that you want, I was on a major interview, which will be out very soon yesterday. And there's something the guy told me when he asked me a question. He said, I love that when I'm watching your videos, you capture the essence of the person. It's not just the hair and the dress. You're paying attention. I remember when I did Chimamanda DJ. I was also listening to, how can you do a video about Chimamanda and you don't get how she speaks? Chimamanda doesn't say, I'm Igbo. She says, I'm Igbo. Because she's trying to make you know that I'm proud of my heritage. And I'm a Yoruba guy. My mom is Efik. You understand? So obviously, I cannot get Igbo pronunciations properly. But what I did was stay on her videos to an extent. It may not be perfect. Try to understand Igbo. You understand? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that even you as an Igbo person, when you watch, you say, this brother did work. How do you feel as an Igbo person when somebody is trying to recreate something and it's not getting it somehow? You understand? You're like, this is not. But even if somebody is not from your tribe, but you can tell this person tried. When you watch my videos, they're not always perfect, though. But you can tell that Jay tried. You understand? Which is why, for me, that should make movie producers know that don't invite me to. The reason I don't do so many movies, I don't want you to invite me to your set to come and be a clown. You know, they say you're a skit maker, just come and be, hey, come on, hey. My content is not even like that, number one. So I can't do that for you. But when you watch my videos, you've seen me do so many kind of characters. Call me on your movie set to act a challenging role because you've seen that I can do it. Male, female, young, old. Do you understand? So number one, I'm shameless about my craft. You know, there's a way. I remember we're shooting a video. There's a video I posted now. Everybody's going to like it and post it. Our Star's recent video. Where I was on a staircase and I did my face somehow. I remember my creative director, he's at the back, by the way. He saw the video and he was saying that. He said, Jay, this one is a bit too much. Don't you see that they're going to? What was my reaction? Did Arasta do it? Arasta did it. So I'm going to do it. In fact, we already prepared our mind that they may drag us. So they may drag. If they drag us, just mute it. But we posted it. Do you understand? For me, it is work. It is work. So because it is work for me, I'm not concerned about what people are saying. I'm going to learn it and try to give it. So when people see my content and they appreciate it, I know that you appreciate hard work. I don't know if I answered. Yeah.
Jay, thank you very much for being here. Yes. I'm particularly very happy to be here today because I was gonna ask a question and say this, but you already asked my question, so I will just say this. So first thing I want to ask you, did you go to the same school with Apet Modela?
Apet, Ondo State?
Yes.
I think we did, yes.
Okay. That's why I'm asking the question. Okay. So because why I'm particularly happy to be here is I remember in 2017, so this is just like a testament to how consistent Jay is. In 2017 was the first time I met you.
Okay.
But we didn't meet physically. I didn't even know you were the one. I don't even know who you are. So, but I know Apet. So that's why I'm asking, because I saw you guys in the show. You guys were relating. So on Instagram, I reached out to you. I did not know who you are. But that's to show how consistent you are. I just saw someone doing something. I can't even relate the face I saw then and the face I'm seeing now. So I just saw someone. So I just saw someone, because then I went to the same school. I was a publicist in school. I just look out for people who are doing something and try to promote. I was just doing that. So because I also get paid, like when agencies come to school, they need publicists to help them reach out to students and all. So I saw your content on Instagram. If you check our chat, you'll see we have chat. You're following me, by the way, since then.
Wow.
So why I'm saying this is just most of what you're saying now, as you're saying it, I'm looking back and I'm like, this guy's been there, he's been doing this. Because, and in 2022, I didn't even remember, it was 2022 I remembered, I posted a story on my Instagram, and you reacted to it, and you're like, killing me. And I'm like, you reacted, that means you're following me if you can see my story, like, from where? Then I responded to your to your response. So I responded to it. Then also that we have chats from way back. I'm like, how? So then I looked at the chart and I remember that, okay, I reached out to you. There was this campus award something. They were giving awards to students. They reached out to me. They needed people that merit it. So I reached out to you in 2017. So your response was, oh, I just graduated.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're like, I just graduated, so you probably will not qualify because you're not a student again. So I reached out to them that I have someone, I feel like his content are very nice. You didn't have a lot of followers, but like, he's a fresh graduate, so they were like, no. So that's how the conversation ended. So why I'm saying this now is just to actually show how well you've been and how far back you've been coming. So I was gonna ask the question that what kept you motivated for that long till now? But she already asked.
Okay. I'm just going to say that for me, whether I'm following you or not, if I stumble on your page, if I find your content interesting, I'm going to leave a comment, right? If I stumble on it. If I find your story interesting, I may not follow you at the time, I may follow you, depends, right? But if I see good content, I leave a word. If I forget sometimes that I've left a comment, because I know how much people just need encouragement. There are some people that want to give up. I remember when I was on like 2 or 3K, Omotola Jalade, the actress, left it. She doesn't even follow me till today, because she actually doesn't, we are good, or we are pals, oh, but she's like, Jay, I don't really follow anybody. Oh. So I'm like, it's okay, oh, no problem. But the time she left the comment, we were not even friends. But she just left, you are one of the funniest people that I know. And she left it. So imagine if you were having such a bad day that day. That would be such a boost. So I want you to also remember that because a lot of you are going to blow up, we already agreed that you are blowing up in 2025, Abby. As you blow up, don't forget to be kinder to up-and-coming people. That doesn't mean send money. That doesn't mean leave. If you see a comment, just leave a comment. Just say you are doing amazing. There are people that do so many amazing stuff that I just send DMs. And they're like, what is Jay doing in my DM? I'm in your DM to encourage. There's this guy, it's something, Kata, something. He does fashion review content. And I remember entering his comments and I said, you're doing something that is different. Keep on doing it. And I followed him. Because I genuinely don't see people do stuff like that. You know, when people want to do fashion content, they're insulting you. Oh, why did someone wear this shoe or kreka? That's not fashion content. You don't even know the fashion brands. But he takes his time to say, oh, she's wearing Giorgio Armani, and he pronounces it well. Oh, she's wearing this shoe. This is a hair by this. That's how to be a fashion person. How can you be a fashion person? I don't know who the designer is, but the clothes is ugly. How are you a fashion person? But he's able to say the design. Do you understand? And I said, nobody's doing this. Keep on doing it. So thank you for saying that, and that just shows that you need to be kind to people. Because at the end of the day, if you don't follow me, I don't have as many followers as I have. You are a superstar because of people that follow you. People are the ones that make you superstars. If they don't follow you, you're not. Imagine if Beyonce drops an album today and nobody streams it. Do you understand? Is she still Beyonce? Do you understand? She's Beyonce because when she calls for a concert, people buy, people show up. Do you understand? So imagine treating people that show up for you like they don't matter. Remember that as you rise.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. And I think something that you said that we would actually try and implement from this is how everybody here needs to find a way to support everybody as well. Yeah, that would be very important. Okay.
You want to clear the throat?
Hello, Jay. Thank you for coming. So you said something about when you post something, call your friends, ensure they repost, ensure they do this. Even last month, Chef T said if you post a video and your friend has viewed it, call her that she did not like it. Call her to tell her to like it. But over time, you realize that you are building a community. Your followers are people you bullied into following you, not people that actually enjoy your content. So you have like 1,000 followers. When you post, you're having like 10 views, 10 likes or 15 likes, and maybe 2 comments. Because I am a beginner content creator. Not beginner that has 1,000 followers, though. Beginner of like barely 2 weeks old. Beginner, fresh Instagram page, fresh TikTok page. So I'm careful not to bully family and friends into following me. Because if I do that, I can actually get maybe 1,000 followers. But I want to make people that actually enjoy what I post to follow me. Is it a wise thing to do?
So you are a very intelligent person, I can tell, because you came from an angle. You are a very
I love it. I love it. I beg, say it again.
What's your name? Shh. Anwuli, you are a very intelligent person.
Endorsement.
Did you capture it? Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Are you ready? Anwuli, you are a very intelligent person.
That's an endorsement to blow.
So here's what I'm going to say. When we say tell people to like and you are not forcing them. You are just using what you have to get what you want. You have your WhatsApp story, right? Why don't you use, I'm not saying don't do broadcast to do it. Use your WhatsApp story to say, I have a new post up. New post alert, post it there. It's not, see, you may call 10 people, it's not 10 people that will do what you want them to do. Do you understand? And also is your approach. You cannot say, don't be one of say, you don't even like my video, I will not come to ask you. That's not what we're asking you to do. The point is that just ask. Just say, babe, Alpha, I posted a new video, support your babe. Leave them to do what they want to do. You don't need to go back. Do you understand? Leave them to do what they want to do. Right? But just make sure you are doing your own due diligence by asking. The Bible literally says, ask and you shall receive. It could also be that you are dealing with what our YouTuber lady is dealing with. Do you understand? What's her name? Oluwakorede. From her face, I can tell that she doesn't like insults. Don't insult me, don't drag me. Low-key, you may be dealing with that as well. That I don't want any friend to come and think that. But for this business, my sister, we need to allow ourselves to be dragged small. Now I don't need to ask people to help me. I've been how many of you know Pamela? Yeah. We've been friends before I even blew up. And so I used to send my stuff to him. Pamela, I posted on Twitter, help me repost it. Some days you repost, some days you don't repost. Do you understand? Some of my friends that I just knew on social media, I just ask them, help me. That days they do, that days they don't do it. But you cannot say I did not ask you. Do you understand? You cannot say that you don't, because we all need each other at the end of the day. So it's your approach. Do you understand? It's your approach. And also, the 10 people that like your video, as a content creator that is growing, let them feel seen. Respond to every comment. Do you understand? I cannot respond to every comment, but if you go to my initial post, I was responding to every comment. I'm not just saying, oh, thanks. That's not what you're saying. Oh, thanks. If somebody takes time to leave a beautiful comment under your video that just has 2 views, and you are trying to become a content creator, that people that are just posting, they don't need your whatever. Appreciate them and say, oh my God, thanks for your comment. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the love. You can even send a DM. Appreciate you. Do you understand? That has to build a community. Do you understand? So it's hard work, it's intense work, but because of how the algorithm is, if you don't do these things, things may not pan out as you want them to. Do you understand? I remember when Funke Akindele, I was at Shawnaja's wedding, I did a video. I interviewed Funke Akindele, I interviewed Kiki, I interviewed some people. It was Hilda Bassi. I've known some of them for a while. I mean, I know Kiki, I know Hilda Bassi. I was meeting Funke Akindele, I think, for the first or second time. I entered at them and I said, I appreciate you so much. You didn't have to do it, but you agreed to do it. Thank you so much, and I left it like that. Do you understand? For me, you are staying back of mind for these people. And there are some things that you will find out that both of us are doing in the coming months. Do you understand? You'll find out soon, but I'm not going to let you know now. But my point is that you have to be shameless, and you have to be grateful. Exactly, you don't see that it's normal, Lou. Yeah. When Zainab posted that, see you. In fact, let me be honest with you. When you guys reached out to me, one of my fears was that will 30 people actually come? I know, it sounds stupid. I know. It sounds stupid that, JAYONAIR. No, they found humble, Joe. But I don't let it. I remember when I did my birthday 2 years ago or last, I don't know. And I said, dress like my character. And people dressed, grown-up men, just like Chizoba. Do you understand? Even though someone anywhere from home, they came to the restaurant and then changed there. Yeah. But it was still, it's not normal to me. So you must be grateful for the little that you have. You're not bullying them, but tactfully ask. Don't say you didn't ask. Do you understand?
All right. Hi, Jay. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate your responses so far. So my question is, for somebody who is like on several social media platforms, how do you handle like cross-posting? Because for me, I try to like focus on different things on different platforms so that people that are following me on all the platforms don't get bored of seeing like the same content. But then it's also very tasking because you're like trying to create different contents for different platforms. So any advice or any tips to make it easier?
That's smart, but that's a lot of hard work, right? But let's quickly ask a question. Quickly ask yours. I'll come back to yours.
Thank you very much for coming.
Of course.
I've been asking this question since I've been asking everybody around me, but I just want to hear from you. So my question is, you know what to do, you know what content to create, but you don't have a good phone. You know, God, it's that breaking. You don't have a good phone, you don't have a good camera, and it is well. It gets to you every time because, you know, you'll be saying that start with what you have, but now, if people see your videos and the quality is not good, they just swipe, they go. So I don't know. I don't just know what to ask. I just have to say what I want to say. So I don't know.
Okay. What phone do you use presently?
My phone, no. Infinix Hot 10 Play.
I cannot yam them in case they give me a job.
What did you say? Because sincerely,
quality is not good. Okay.
In fact,
I understand. Hold on.
I also wanted to know.
Hold on. I'll come back to your question.
Please do.
She said, please do. I'll come back to your question. For your question, you were asking, remind me 1 second. Okay, what you're doing is a lot of hard work. But there are moments where people on TikTok are not necessarily people on Instagram. Is everybody that follows you on Instagram that follows you on TikTok? No. So when I'm even charging a brand that they say, but it's not the same video, why don't you post it everywhere? I say, my dear, that's my assistant there. You see, he's even answering the question before I talk. I told you that I was already blowing up on TikTok, but I had like 4K on Instagram. So after I built my Instagram, you want me to post on Instagram and carry the same video I post on TikTok for you for free in this economy? Exactly, my sister. So I don't do that. So my advice is, what you're doing is great, but that can be a lot of tedious work. Have specific days where you can do that, or better still, when you post the video on Instagram on Monday, you can save it for another time to post it on TikTok on another day. Do you understand? So you don't necessarily have to post the different videos on the different days. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's the same video, but when you post it on a Monday here, you can post it on maybe on a Thursday on another platform. And sometimes it may go viral on TikTok, it may not go viral on Instagram. Do you understand? So just find a ways to do the timing. But I think that you can still cross-post. Do you understand? Because for me, it works for me. It may take time, but it works. Because some people are just not really on TikTok like that. You understand? And the thing with TikTok is that for now, TikTok is a platform that pushes content more. For now. So beyond the people that are following you, more people are actually seeing it. So why are you limiting that by saying you don't want to get them bored and all of that? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So you can still cross-post or work on the timing. Post at different times. Does that make sense? All right. For you, I know they've said clean your camera, It's difficult, it's hard. What you can do is, are you already saving money? What is it? You are saving like 50K. So keep saving. So my team is going to give you 100K. Do you understand?
Hey! So energy. Say it again. Please say it again. Auntie, bring out your phone and record. Bring out your Infinix and record. Oh, this is so. DJ, you have one job to do. DJ. Oh.
Thank you.
So this is something that we have for Jay. Jay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Please take a good picture of Jay with this. Thank you so much. Yeah.
On my bedside, don't worry. In my new mansion. Oh, this is so beautiful.
All right, guys, and with that, we've come to the end.